Welcome guys. It's been quite some time since I've been on here. I just want to do a quick live. I know I say that and I'm on here for an hour, but it's not going to be for an hour. Maybe max 20 minutes, maybe less. But I want to come on here just to do some reminders. I love to do some reminders about things. And it's Saturday, guys. So with Saturday, if you have the time to do so, it's time to sleep in. It's time to enjoy your weekend, right? So, but with it Saturday, it's also time to get started for the week coming up, right? And so for me, Saturday and Sunday are my planning days, right? That is when I plan my week and I evaluate my month. So I'm really big about the mindset. I'm really big about planning and changing your circumstance and your story. So before the year ended in 2023, I was talking about 2024 and what is your goal? What is your vision? What are you striving for? And so really every month should be a list of things that you accomplished, right? We have to aim for these certain tasks because if not, we're going to relive the same year over and over again, which I know you don't want to do, right? That's why you're here. So, for those that have followed, for my 2024, I have been able to accomplish a lot on my list. I still have a lot more I need to get done, and I still have a lot that I want to accomplish. And so I work on that every day. Now, for Saturday, I think the one thing that we can focus on, guys, is just kind of getting some things out of the way that we have this time for the weekend. For a lot of my followers and from a lot of my business owners and entrepreneurs and even moms and dads, during the week it's kind of hard because school started for a lot of y'all. So, for me, my son started school. I was just getting back into the routine of going to bed early and then waking up early. It's kind of hard because we're naturally night owls and I rather stay up, but I really have to force myself to go to sleep. And that's typically I need to be in bed by 11, midnight max for me to wake up by 6, right? So that's a challenge for me, but I'm doing that, right? And so the thing is with the week, you don't really have that much time if you're taking your kids to school and then you're picking them up, which is what I do. And I have the luxury to do that, right? And so with that, guys, I really have to have really good time management and I really have to focus on my day and I have to plan it out beforehand because if not, I'm not going to be utilizing my day very well. So that's why I take Saturdays and Sundays to plan it out and look at the month, what I need to accomplish. So today, get started on that, guys. And then also to block out with all the time you have today. And I know we talked about this before where you get out a notepad or a journal, something to write down. What are you doing in your day, right? If you have it on an hourly slot, write down what are you doing. You really got to pay attention because the time that you're wasting on something that's not an actionable item and time that you're wasting and it's not really producing nothing, you want to fill that in with something that you need to take care of, right? And so you're like, well, hey, Crystal, I really need some chill time. I really like to just get on my phone and get on TikTok and get on social media. I understand. I do too. But the key is to limit ourselves, right? It's really hard to limit. Who is making these limits on ourselves, right? Who is limiting us? Ain't nobody, right? We can limit our kids. We can limit, okay, you got 10 more minutes, you got 20 more minutes, but we have to do that to ourselves too. And so maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, put a timer on and just turn it off and get back to what you're doing. But another thing too is, for me, is we all know that we have some things around the house, right? That we just kind of keep pushing on the side and keep pushing on the side and keep pushing on the side because it's just not really an urgent matter, but it's always in the back of our mind, especially when you walk by it, especially when you're hearing the smoke detector beep. That was me for the past 2 weeks, was hearing the smoke detector just beep. I have to get the ladder, so you know what I'm saying? We have these things that we have to push ourselves to do. Well, I changed it out, right? A week ago. I had to get the ladder. But the thing about that one was, guys, like I actually changed it out. I set the time for like that 1 hour to change it out, plus the filters, like that 1 hour to actually do everything I don't want to do. So I block out 1 hour, and that's kind of like a push. Like you have to push yourself sometimes to just do these things you just don't want to do. And it's not because you're lazy, it's because you rather spend your time doing something different, right? But I knew and I know that I really have to change out that battery. Well, I changed it out and everything was fine. And then I came back from the day, a beeping again. And I was like, oh, it must have been a defective battery, right? And I already threw the package, so I couldn't return it. So I bought new batteries, replaced them, and now it's not beeping no more. But I mean, that was the lesson learned. Don't throw your battery package away until you know for sure it's working. But anyways, guys, set some time today. Find 1 hour. Find 1 hour in your day where you're going to just make that list of things you need to get out of the way. Like simple things. Because guys, when you develop the discipline to do that on a weekly basis, maybe on a daily basis, find 1 hour to just knock out things that just you don't want to do. You're building the discipline, right? And the thing about that, you're building the muscle, right? And if you can delegate. But I don't need to delegate someone changing out the smoke detector batteries in my house. Like, no, you know? But also too, if you build up that muscle of discipline, you can then start using that same muscle into your business. So now that you're in business, let's say you're an entrepreneur, and you have an established company, you have employees, how can you create that discipline in that if you don't have it in your daily lives, right? And so sometimes we forget that things are building blocks. Like there are things that we need to accomplish now that we have to get a hold of now so that we can use that in the future, right? So today, pick 1 hour of your day, right? Where you're going to be like, I'm going to just do this, boom, done. And you're going to feel so good about it because something was picked up off the floor, something was folded, something was put away, right? The clutter is gone, the kitchen is clean. And now, guys, you can actually spend your time just being creative in your business and not being torn, like because you're at your desk and you're looking at the mess. Like that for me is such a turnoff. That for me kills my creativity. That just tears me all the time. Like I need to see clean spaces, right? For me to be creative and for me to be 100% focused on what I'm trying to do. Because guys, that is a distraction. I've talked about distractions, right? All right, guys. Well, I hope you found this impactful and powerful. This is your first time here. Welcome. Let me know in the comments where you're from. I talk a lot about mindset, wealth building. I talk a lot about planning your day because all of that is connected, right? You can't have one and then not the other. It is a puzzle. You got to put all the pieces together, right, to make this work. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.